Hello, we're going to try something new here today called Blindsided Creations, where I have been sent in some pattern numbers that I've never seen before, and I'm going to try to create my own pattern from them. I have no idea why they were chosen or what's going on, so this is kind of an interesting new thing we're going to try. I don't know. Yeah, let's go do it. Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AKAAWOL, and today we are working on Blindsided Creations, and this one was sent to us by Minute Craft. This is her Instagram page. She makes lots of cool bracelets and stuff, and I have written down the number that she gave me, and it's for bracelet book, and I'm not super familiar with their layout here. Pattern number, there we go. 151853. So like I was saying in the intro part, I have no idea why she has chosen the patterns that she did. That can't be right. This is how many? It's 22 strings. This is not right. 151853. I am very confused because I don't do alphas. Hang on. 151835. I am dyslexic. There we go. There it is. All right. Yeah, I didn't know we were going to get off to such a shaky start right off the gate, but yes. Okay. Wow. This is very unusual. And then what do we have? So it's 2, 4, 5 colors. Black is used twice. Okay. All right, so I need to get the pattern over to my program called GIMP. I'm going to use the Windows key, Shift, and S, which gives me, it kind of darkens everything out and gives me the ability to highlight an area and copy it. So when I come over here, I can hit Control V, and holy smokes, is that tiny. Okay, let's, well, first let's rotate it. Goodness gracious, I did not expect it to come out so small. Okay, so there it's rotated, and now we'll enlarge it. Normally I would hit the scroll wheel for this, but it's so small. I feel like that'll take ages. There we go. So what I'm at a loss for is what should be center, because there is no real clear sign of a middle. Maybe we do the red X as the center. All right, so I'm going to grab the paint tool. I'm going to use the colors that are in here, even though the blue, we might change out the blue, we'll see, because it's kind of hard because it's so close to the blue that I use. But we're going to do the red X, I think, as the center. I'm going to get a gray instead of the black, because that way we can change it out if necessary. See, if you use black, and then you hit the select by color, you'll get all the borders as well, which it's not a good look. All right. So it looks like if we do this part is the middle, right? this is a little bit confusing. So I'm going off the fact that this black here goes up to the edge and then back over. So that's that. And this one goes to the edge and over this way. And that's our little diamond. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Interesting. Okay, so let's fill in some of these strings here so we can kind of see how this pattern works out. We know that this red dot comes into this, right? So this comes back through this way. So it's not like they did a lot of crazy zigzags or something. It's actually kind of straightforward. That's always a thing, like when you're trying to do somebody else's pattern, is trying to figure out, like, are there funny tricks about how it gets from one point to another point? Like the fact that this just kind of comes to the edge like it does. That's sort of cool. So yeah, I don't know what made her think this was a cool one. It is kind of cool. It's an interesting bracelet. I usually don't do 10-string bracelets because it's a weird kumi, but I do have a video out on how to do 10 and 14 string kumis. So if you're thinking about doing this pattern and you're like, oh, but it's got a weird number and I can't do that with kumis, because by right, technically kumis are sort of, they're not great for the whole 10 string thing. There is a way of doing it. All right. I kind of feel like we need to change the blue just so I can see where it is. Oops. And then it's just a dot. See these extra little half diamonds on the side? FriendshipBracelets.net does that too, and there's no reason for it. On mine, you can see that I just show where the string is, but I don't have like an extra weird diamond or something. And that was part of the whole, like, why I designed out how this whole thing works, how my graph paper works, is I wanted it to easily convey what is kind of going on. We can use the lighter color, I guess. So yeah, the program I'm using is GIMP. It is able to edit photos and do all kinds of drawings and whatever. It was what I used to actually make my graph paper in the first place. And basically it's like what Photoshop was a really long time ago. So there's the little black part of the diamondy thing there. Cool. Now what happens? So we got the red X, we got this, the blue now goes this way and this way. Okay. I'm not sure what's going to happen when we flip the half of it, and if we're going to want to flip twice or how that's going to necessarily work, but I got a feeling that we have some options coming up, and I'm excited for it. I think that's going to make it fun, so we'll see. And because the colors, despite the fact that it's not symmetrical like from the middle, but the strings, like the are basically are, I think is really what's going to give us some possibilities of things to do when it comes time to the second half of this bracelet. So so this is weird. So it's just one, so the dart came out that way, and it's just two. All right. And then it's this light color. So I have to admit, I coming into this, I got a little bit nervous. Because I had no idea what kind of a pattern she was going to choose, and if it was going to be super difficult or super weird or whatever. So I'm kind of glad that the first one isn't too bad. The only thing that I had for a heads up as to what I would be doing was I was told the number of strings it would have, which allowed me to get the graph paper ready to be able to do this, because that was part of the thing. But beyond that, I really had no idea. All right, so we just got done with the X, and then this and this. And then it's the red dot in the middle, followed by the darks, followed by the blue. So yeah, I'm kind of way out ahead of myself, but I can kind of see from like on the sides over here, the colors just comes up and comes straight across. That's easy. I can fill this stuff in. So I will be making this bracelet on the Saturday live stream that we'll be doing. So if you want to actually see me do this, and you know, most likely I'll be talking about how we came up with all of this. Be sure to join us on Saturday evening. It's Saturday 10 p.m. Singapore time, so I think if you're in America, it's pretty early morning. It's like 10 a.m. in the morning on a Saturday. So right. So there's that whole blue X thing. Makes another one of these. Ooh. We might actually end up with a cool place to end. Actually, let me go back here and fix some of these blues. But you can see like the blue gets to the end at the same time as the other, even though they're sort of not both out and doing the same things. So that's cool. Oh, so Minutecraft, another side note here, in case you guys don't recognize the name. She is a contributor to the secret word game giveaway that we have over on my live stream. Basically, to try to encourage a lot of chatting over on the live stream, I have a thing where the bot is watching your words as you guys type, and if you say the secret word, then you win a bracelet. Well, in this case, it's 2 bracelets, one made by me and one made by Minute Craft. So if you like free stuff, there's another good reason to come and join us. All right. And then, oh, I was kind of confused for a second. Okay. So this will be a kind of a fun and relatively fast little bracelet, I suspect. All right, so now it's the red, whoops, hit the line. The red that comes up through here. So in the comments, tell me how many strings you guys tend to work with. Do you have like a set number that is your favorite? For me, for just doing basic bracelets, I think it's 12 and 24 are my kind of go-to numbers. All right, let's take a look here. So the white comes across, but it's the blue that makes up that little diamond. Got it. So there's the blue. I'm kind of curious, this white-ish color, is this what they use for whites? What is it supposed to be that color? I don't get it. I don't know. It's just a kind of a weird kind of color combination there. All right, so what happens? And it's 4. So the blue comes up 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And then it's this color. And then it's, whoops. And like, again, like maybe they are doing the blacks the sort of the same way I do, because theirs doesn't look exactly like a black. So either the designer used a dark gray or Bracelet Book uses a grayish color to let the outline stand out similar to how I do it. I don't know. I'm not as familiar with their stuff. But this is cool that where this is going to end. Truly a coincidence, but Look at that, it's just going to box in this part here. Alright, and I think I've hit all of the little squares. Cool. Alright, so there's our first half. So let's highlight this. Well, not highlight it, but let's use the select tool. Control C, Control V. Now we'll use the flip tool and slide this down. Let's see what we have. We gotta line this up. Okay. So you can see, oh. Okay, so we have some stuff to fix, at least with the way the X thing goes here. Let's take a look. So this one goes this way, this is going this way. This is what I was talking about, like I wasn't sure like if that's how we'd want to do it. So we can use the flip tool again, and this time we do horizontal and flip this. And it means we need to realign. Come on. Scooch over. A little bit of lag in what I'm doing here. Is that lined up? There we go. All right, so that fixed our first X thing, and it makes both of these kind of going in the same way, and it makes all of our red X's going the same way. I think that's better. And I think that, well, it matches the pattern. All right, so we can anchor the layer. And there we have it. That was interesting. Not a pattern I think it would have gone for myself. Like there was nothing about it that was like, wow, I got to do this one. But yeah, I'm kind of glad to have tried it. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I plan on doing some more of these blindsided creations as we go along. So if you have some pattern that you think will be interesting for whatever reason, you can submit it to me. That you can do it through like Discord or even here on YouTube. So yeah, before I go, I want to thank my Patreon supporters for all of their help and support. I couldn't do it without you guys, so thank you so much. And yeah, if you guys could maybe, you know, hit like, leave a comment, that would be awesome. It'll help spread the word and get YouTube to show more people my videos. So I would really appreciate that. And before I go, I just want to remind you guys, don't get your strings in a bunch.